What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam. Hope everyone is doing phenomenal today. Hope you guys are ready for Week 9 NFL kickoff. We have got about an hour and a half till our 1 o'clock games kick off. So you guys know what time it is, baby. Time for some live Week 9 fantasy Q&A. So hop in the live chat, man. Let me know what you guys need. Start sits, adds, drops. Hopefully you don't have to add or drop anyone at this point in the week. Roster confidence, roster non-confidence, injury updates, weather updates, whatever it may be. Hop in the live chat, guys. Let me know what's popping. Let me know what you guys need. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk some fantasy football. Hit that like button on the way in. Hit that subscribe button, of course, if you are new to the channel. And let's do it, man. Week 9 is underway. We are like literally halfway through season. Blowing my mind. This season here in 2022 is absolutely flying by. I mean, absolutely flying by. All right, so let's check and see if there's any news. Christian Watson's playing today for the Packers, if that affects anyone in any way. Kadarius Toney's probably going to play tonight for the Chiefs. There's an update, according to the Sleeper app, that Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Vikings, has come out and said that TJ Hawkinson is going to be on the field a lot today and play a lot today. Now, keep in mind the Commanders are still very good against the tight end position, and it is, Hawkinson's first game with the Vikings, but it's a good sign for Hawkinson owners that he's probably going to be pretty involved today. Cam Akers is supposed to play today as well, whatever that means. We know that DeAndre Swift will be playing in a limited role as well, so not really any major updates there. But if you guys have specific player updates that you guys want me to go over, please let me know. All right, so we've got the Colts at Patriots. This game, there's so many weird games today, guys. I mean, in terms of the Colts, I do think Deion Jackson and Michael Pittman are worth starting, but I just don't know how high their ceiling is, especially, I mean, the Patriots have played very well against the run, so I still like Deion Jackson, but he's kind of like a low-end RB2 for me today. Pittman, the target share is there, right? So he should be fine in full PPR leagues, but once again, just don't see a crazy high ceiling. On the flip side, I like Ramondre Stevenson today. I mean, the Colts haven't played that well against the run on the season, so Ramondre continues to be a week-in, week-out play. And I like Jacoby Myers. It's really limited here between this game, but once again, I don't see a crazy high ceiling for Myers, but he's been so consistent this season that I think we continue to roll with him, right? In terms of the Packers and Lions, I like the Packers offense today. I like Aaron Jones a lot. I like Robert Tonyan a lot. I think he's going to be a great streaming option at the tight end position for you guys. Allen Lazard is active today. Just actually got that update to my phone. So Allen Lazard is a start for me against the Lions defense, 100%. Romeo Doubs, a little bit more risky with Lazard playing, but Doubs is still a fine flex the way he performed last week against Buffalo. In terms of the Lions, you can still flex Swift. You can be productive in a limited capacity. Jamal Williams is fine here. I don't mind either of them. Amon-Ra St. Brown is fine. But all these Lions players kind of become flex options, right? Deep leagues, PPR leagues, desperate need for a player, Khalif Raymond is an option. All right, Chargers, Falcons. We can go with Eckler all day long here. We're going to go with Josh Palmer today. We're going to go with Gerald Everett today. This Falcons defense, especially against the pass, not playing very well. I see a big day for Eckler. Josh Palmer going to have a lot of opportunities today. I sure hope he makes most of them. I still think Justin Herbert is fine to start, but I don't know how high his ceiling is. I mean, I think Herbert finishes with between 18 and 20 points. I think he has a good day, but I don't think he's going to have a massive day per se. In terms of the Falcons, Mariota's a decent stream if you're desperate. I like the Falcons running backs today, but from a fantasy perspective, I just don't... I can't really pin down who's going to be the best start, right? Patterson's fine in the flex. Like, we know he's going to be involved, but between Tyler Algier and Caleb Huntley, there's value against this Chargers run defense. But I like Algier slightly more, but anyone could do it today, But I think Algier and Patterson have more of an opportunity to score touchdowns. So Kyle Pitts, if you have to. Drake London, I'm not a huge fan of today. All right, Bills, Jets. Start the Bills offense. We can move right along. Diggs, Allen are who you primarily want to start. Everyone else 50-50, but don't get me wrong, even Gabe Davis 50-50, but any of these Bills offensive players can play and play well, right? In terms of the Jets, it's not a good matchup. Not a good matchup for any of these Jets offensive players, but I mean, Michael Carter is probably worth a look, like if he can get some red zone carries, but I don't love the Jets today. I don't. And unfortunately, we can't start their defense today. All right, Vikings at Commanders. I like this matchup from a fantasy perspective. I like the Vikings offense today. I think Kirk Cousins has a good day. I think JJ and Adam Thielen have a good day. I'm still a little leery of starting Hawkinson. It's a tough matchup. One thing the Commanders have done right this season is play well against the tight end position. So if you have to, it's fine, but I don't know. Dalvin Cook's completely fine here. In terms of the Commanders, McLaurin is a good start in my eyes. I think he's a pretty solid start. Curtis Samuel's worth a flex. I like Antonio Gibson this week. Gibson's a really strong flex or RB2 if you have enough players on bye. All right, Panthers at Bengals. I like DJ Moore a lot today. I like Donta Foreman a lot today. Desperate streaming option. PJ Walker, but the Bengals have been pretty good against opposing quarterbacks. But Foreman, DJ Moore are locks for me today, to be honest. This Bengals secondary is completely depleted, and Foreman's just doing the most with the opportunities he's been given on the ground. In terms of the Bengals, we're starting the Bengals offense. Don't let last week get too much in your head. Burrow, Mixon, Boyd, Higgins, Hayden Hurst are all worth a start today. All right, Raiders, Jags. I think both these teams I don't know. I think the Raiders bounce back today, but I think the Jaguars keep them competitive. But this is supposed to be kind of the worst weather game of the day, so maybe keep that in mind. But Josh Jacobs is a start. Mac Hollins is a desperate streaming option in full PPR. Devontae Adams, you just have to start him. Is Darren Waller playing? I haven't checked Waller's status. He's still... Oh, Darren Waller's out. Waller's out. Okay. He's not an option. Don't love Derek Carr today. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But in terms of the Jags, love ETN today. Love ETN. I think Jacobs and ETN are going to, go pound for pound today. Christian Kirk's fine. Evan Ingram's a good start. Trevor Lawrence is a good streaming option. Dolphins, Bears, we're starting Tua, we're starting Hill, we're starting Waddle. Gesicki, it's a pretty tough matchup. I like Mostert today, but I don't know how high his ceiling is. But the Dolphins' offense should be in pretty good shape today. For the Bears, we're rolling with Justin Fields, full PPR. You can start Darnell Mooney. I'll give the edge to Khalil Herbert, but if you have to start Monty, it's okay. I just don't see a high ceiling. Seahawks, Cardinals, hopefully this matchup turns out a little bit better from a fantasy perspective than it did the last time you saw these two match up this season. You can start, DK. You can start Tyler Lockett. You can start Geno Smith. Tight end positions, too much of a toss-up for me. And we're definitely starting Kenneth Walker, right? Walker played well last time he played the Cardinals. So, in terms of the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, Rondell Morris, DeAndre Hopkins, not the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, and Zach Ertz. All starts here. All starts. I mean, Seahawks defense not playing bad, but you just can't afford to bench these Cardinals players, right? And Rondell Moore is a flex option for me. Still brings boom or bust, Rams, Bucks. This is a weird game to take a look at. It really is. This is a weird game, guys. He's starting Cooper Kupp. He's starting Tyler Higbee. Bucks have not played very well against the tight end position, so I like those two. Obviously, I like Kupp, right? I don't really love the Rams running back stay because there's a lot of uncertainty around who's going to be the lead back, so I'd stay away. In terms of the Bucks, I still like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. I mean, Ramsey will be floating around, right? But on the plays that Ramsey's not on those two receivers, they should be able to make some plays. The rest of the secondary has been really bad. I don't love Cade Otton today. The Rams have played well against the tight end position. I would start Fournette, but don't expect a high ceiling, like 10 to 12 points at most. Titans, Chiefs, Sunday Night Football. Derrick Henry's a start. The Chiefs haven't played well against the run, but I mean, what else do they have to really worry about? And I don't know that we know if Tannehill is playing. Yeah, 2 hours ago, maybe set for another absence. I mean, that really hurts. Really hurts that Titans offense. But Henry got it. I mean, listen, the Texans are not, the Chiefs are not the Texans, but Henry got it done last week, so we'll see what happens. Hilliard is worth the streaming option as well, especially in full PPR. That's about it. Chiefs, I like the Chiefs defense tonight. I do think we can start MVS and Juju and Hardman in the flex, but I just don't know, like, with those receivers really emerging for this offense, it was all in game scripts where the Chiefs had to throw the football and, like, stay within the game. We're kind of in competitive game scripts. I don't know if that's going to happen tonight. So they're flex options, but they're okay flex options. Obviously, you're starting Kelsey. Obviously, you're starting Mahomes. Chiefs defense good tonight. All right, Ravens, Saints. And I guess for the Chiefs running backs, that's probably the position I like the least. But CH and Pacquiao are kind of a toss-up, and this Titans defense has been good against a run. So we'll see what happens. That's an interesting game. Ravens at Saints. No, Mark Andrews. The Saints have played well against the tight end position. You can still start Isaiah Likely, though. He played well enough last week, right? Start Lamar. Flex Duvernay. Flex Kenyon Drake. This Ravens offense on a week-to-week basis just brings a lot of volatility, outside of Andrews when he's fully healthy and Lamar Jackson. And even Jackson lately has been kind of up and down. Saints. Desperate stream. Andy Dalton. I think Dalton has a good night against Ravens defense, actually. Kamara, going to be a start. Olave, going to be a start. That's probably about it, but pretty confident starts overall there. All right, guys, let's get to it. There's a little, I don't know what I call it. I do that every Sunday when I just go through each game. But, all right, let's talk some fantasy football, guys. Hop in the live chat. Hit that like button for me. Let's try and get as many likes on the stream as possible. And let's talk some fantasy football. Ask your questions, man. Let's get it popping. All right, King Marcelo, what's up, man? I hope all is well. Need flex and PPR. London, Zay Jones, Mac Hollins, Julio, Terrace Marshall, Kadarius Toney. I might go with Mac Hollins, but I hate that it's a rain game. I mean, Mac Hollins over the last 2 weeks has at least 12 fantasy points in full PPR, like a ceiling of like 14.5. And it's just going off the top of my head, so he's a pretty decent option. Drake London is like probably going to get you 7 or 8 points, but the ceiling's not good. Terrace Marshall's kind of interesting, but not a crazy high ceiling. I mean, honestly, Marcelo, I would look at London, Hollins, Terrace Marshall, kind of just go with who you're most confident in. And honestly, Zay Jones could be in that same category, but I really see like a similar tier for all those players. Marcus Mariota or Justin Fields, what's up, CGC? I go Justin Fields, but Mariota should have a pretty decent day too. Let's see here. Flex Eno Benjamin or Dobbs. Did we get word on... James Conner's probably going to play, right? Let me take a look. Yeah, he's trending towards playing. That hurts Benjamin because it's a good matchup. But I don't like the committee. I'll go Dobbs against the Pack. I mean, Benjamin for floor, Romeo Dobbs for upside, but a little bit more risk. At the same time, Benjamin's slightly risky. I'd probably go Dobbs. Smokey, what's good, my guy? Ewick, what's up? What's up? Big Trev, what up, man? Likely or Hawkins in a non-PPR? I'll go Likely. I feel like he gives you a better shot to score. And Washington's played really well against opposing tight ends. I'll go Likely. Albert, what up? Slade, what's up? How you guys doing? Jerry in the house. What's up, Jerry? Should I go with Justice Hill or Ronnie Rivers? Probably Ronnie Rivers, but I don't like either option. But I'm sure you don't either. I know you're struggling at running back there, but I mean, I'd rather... Really, the last couple weeks, Justice Hill hasn't been nearly as involved. I go Ronnie Rivers, but it's really tough there, man. Either one could outscore each other. Is Kenyon Drake a start if Gus doesn't play? A low-end RB2, a flex, just because there's so much vulnerability within the Ravens' backfield. But, yeah, you can start Drake. Just be prepared for disappointment. He tends to disappoint us when we need him. So, we'll see what happens. Let's see. What players do we want on the screen? Let's go with Herbie. All right, John Doe, what's up? Last minute lineup question. Should I start Herbert over Williams? Opponent has Swift, who is still questionable. Ooh. I like Herbert a lot today. I think Herbert's going to have a pretty solid day. But Jamal Williams probably has a better chance to score. I kind of like starting Williams versus Swift. I'll go Herbert. I think Herbert's gonna have a good day, but it's pretty close. I see a pretty similar floor and ceiling, John, for these players. I go with whoever you're more confident in. Connor, start Swift or Foreman. I go Foreman. Bryce, are you sure I should do Kamara and Foreman for CMC? Just remind me of your whole roster again, but it's not an awful trade. I mean, you're going out and you're getting the RB. I mean, CMC and Eckler are going to fluctuate, especially with the way their bye weeks worked out, but CMC and Eckler are like your RB1, A and B. You know, they're going to switch between 1 and 2 for a while, unless someone makes a really big jump. Axis, what's up, man? My tight ends on bye this week. I can pick up Thomas, Moreau, Disley, Otten, Henry, Juwan Johnson, or Komet. Yikes. I probably pick up Juwan Johnson. Logan Thomas, kind of risky, but actually could have a decent day. But it's his first game back from injury. It's a little bit risky. I'd probably go Juwan Johnson. Logan Thomas for some more upside, but more risk. Indy or Hawks defense? Give me Indy. I mean, like Mac Jones has thrown an interception in every matchup this year that he's played in. So, like, at least the floor is pretty safe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I go with Indy. I see it in terms of the Seahawks game, a little bit more offense overall within that game. So, give me the Colts. You think I play Garrett Wilson or Alec Pierce? Yeah, I don't like those options either, my dude. They're so close. They're so close. I'll go Garrett Wilson because I see a game script there where the Jets just are behind and have to throw the football. I'll go Garrett Wilson, but it's close. Should I start Claypool or pick someone up? Pick someone off waivers like Alec Pierce. I mean, I'm not a giant fan of starting a player on their brand new team, their first week with their brand new team, but Pierce for a floor, Eugene. Claypool for some upside, but far more risk. What's up, Eugene? Let me know who else is out there on waivers. Warrior Loft, good morning, good morning. Antonio, Khalil Herbert, London, or Duvernay? I go Khalil Herbert for sure here. Warrior Loft with a new rookie running back and a quarterback on the Colts. The Pats offense may have several opportunities. Would you start Nick Folk over Saints? Or Saints Will Lutz. Yeah. I like both kickers this week. I do. But yeah, Nick Folk is a great play. I'd probably go Nick Folk. Had a really good week last week, right? I think the Colts will keep that game a little bit more competitive, though. Singletary against Jets or Dion against Pats. I go Dion Jackson. Justin Herbert or Justin Fields. Which Justin should I start? Herbert for a floor. Fields for upside. But yeah, either are fine. Fields brings a little bit more upside, though. A little bit more risk. Full PPR, DeAndre Carter, Pittman. Who'd you flex? Mr. Matt J. Kim was good, bro. I'd flex Pittman. Carter's had a lot of opportunities when other receivers, other weapons have been out. He hasn't necessarily done a ton with it. Like, they've really tried to... I mean, Herbert has really tried to give him the ball, and we haven't really seen a consistent stat line there. So I'm starting Williams to Swift. Bunny Hops. What's up, Bunny Hop? Yeah, that's fine. We can roll Williams instead of Swift. Everett or Likely? I go Everett. He's basically your wide receiver 2 today for the Chargers. Jacoby Myers or Amon Ra? Myers for a floor, Amon Ra for upside. I might go Amon Ra, though. The Lions should have to throw the football in this game. James Conner or Thielen at flex? I'll go Thielen. I don't want to start Conner right out the gate. Give me Thielen. It's a good matchup. Should be a competitive game there. Snaggy, Chris Godwin or Gabe Davis? I go Godwin. It's a good matchup today for Godwin. You know, if you want that opportunity for, like, more upside overall, then maybe go Davis. I mean, Davis is due for a good game, right? But I just think Godwin's so safe this week. I go Godwin. Ewik, I know I asked you this a day ago, but Justin Herbert or Tua, there's like 20-mile-per-hour winds in Chicago right now. What do you think? It's pretty close between the two. Let's take a look at the weather. weather report week 9 NFL. Relatively worry-free weather forecast in week 9. Dolphins at Chicago Bears. Yeah, I mean, from what I'm reading, the wind's only going to really impact kickers. Gosh, so many ads popping up for me. 12 to 15 mile per hour sustained winds and gusts between 20 to 25 miles per hour. But according to this article, that's not enough to affect anyone more than a kicker. Okay, I need to get off of this site I'm using. Let's take a look at... let's go to a different site. It's not giving me 20 pop-up ads. Okay. Yeah, so originally there's supposed to be high wind warning for today, but that's gone down for Chicago. No rain in the forecast. Wind's supposed to get worse as the day goes on, so it's good that's a 1 o'clock game. I wouldn't worry too much there. I'll go with which quarterback you like more. Colts at Patriots. Kind of the same situation. 10 to 14 mile per hour winds. Chances for gusts around 25 miles per hour. Good temperature. No rain. Not enough to concern us there. Where's the... So, the wind is not really going to be a factor in the Raiders at Jaguars game. Rain has gone down to 40% chance, which is a little bit better. Bills at Jets got about a 20% chance of rain. Panthers Bengals is looking to be pretty clear. Vikings at Commanders, 30% chance of showers. Supposed to get up to 77 degrees. The Rams-Buccaneers game, we've got the opposite issue. It's supposed to be about 90 degrees, but it's supposed to be hot. Might be some scattered showers over there in Tampa Bay. Titans-Chiefs. Looks like that game is supposed to be cold, but that's about it. So that's pretty positive overall in terms of the weather updates. But yeah, I would go with... I'd probably go with Tua. But Fields is fine. Gabe Davis got upside, but I like Godwin. Guaranteed 14 points. Never lose you a matchup. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. Jay, good morning, good morning. What's up? Hello, hello. Bunny Up says, like the video. Like the video, man. We only got 8 likes on the video. Come on, guys. Let's try and get the likes up. Drop Brian Robinson for Hines. Sure. I think Gibson's starting to take over that backfield if you want some upside. As long as it's full PPR, that's fine. Start D-Hop, Waddle, and St. Brown. Sit Kirk. Yes. I mean, I like Kirk this weekend, but I'd start those 3 because you have, like, really safe floors with D-Hop and Waddle, but still nice ceilings. So I don't think, like, St. Brown brings some nice upside and everything, so I start those 3 guys. Kirk will probably have a good week, but I start those 3 guys. The running backs are Stevenson, Pierce, Walker, Kamara, and Foreman. That's right. Yeah, go get CMC. I mean, that leaves you with Stevenson, Pierce, Walker, CMC. Why not, man? Why not? You lose a little bit of depth, but you're so stacked right now. It's not like you can start any or everyone. And I like having running back depth, especially as we move into this part of the season, you know. But why not go get CMC here? I mean, I guess the one factor is, like, are you worried about Kamara? If the answer is yes, then I say go for it, man. All right, let's see. Claypool or Duvernay? I'll go Duvernay. Let's just give it a week or so to see how Claypool's implemented. Palmer or Wilson? I go Palmer. Colts defense or Bengals defense? I'll go the Colts defense. I think they got a really safe floor this week. Hawkinson or Taysom Hill? Word Hawkinson won't do much this week. Yeah. I mean, it's a tough matchup for T-Hawk. So that's what I'm more worried about because, like, the Vikings have come out and said that they're going to try and use him quite a bit today. So it's a little bit closer overall, I think. But really what it comes down to for me is the matchup. So give me Taysom Hill, but always expect some volatility when you roll with Taysom Hill. You know what I'm saying? Jeffrey, pick 2, PPR, Deion Jackson, Swift, Jamal Williams, Gabe Davis. Been all over the place. Yikes. Yeah, I would be too, man. Give me Jamal Williams. Gosh, this is close. That is just... Any of these guys can outscore each other, man. Let's go to matchup. Let's take a look here. These are close calls. Guys, we got an hour till kickoff. Let me know what you guys need. We're counting down. Week 9, right around the corner. So Deion Jackson has the toughest matchup. The Patriots, the second best team in the league against opposing running backs. Packers are smack dab in the middle, 17th. Gabe Davis. Jets are 26 overall against opposing receivers. Not bad. And Christian Kirk has a pretty good matchup. I would probably start Jamal Williams and Christian Kirk based on matchup, or Jamal Williams and Gabe Davis for the upside, but more volatility. It's really close. Jeffrey, what are you thinking, man? I mean, I really don't feel like there's a wrong answer here because, like, it's just too close between those guys. But let me know what you're thinking, my guy. Thor Bear, what's up? Pick 2, non-PPR, Knox, Likely, Tony. I'd probably go Knox and Likely. I don't really trust Tony right out the gate. I don't like starting 2 tight ends like that either, so it's tough. Jerry, remember to set your clocks back. Yeah, man. That extra hour of sleep felt good, didn't it? I miss being a part of the stream. It's just been busy with school lately. You're good, bro. We miss you, of course, my guy, but you got to do what you got to do, man. Priorities. Always great having you in the house, Jerry. Christian, Monty, Jamal Williams, or Jackson? I go Jamal Williams. Go Jamal, then Deion, then Monty. Ash, good morning. Flex Duvernay or Patty and Cheese? I mean, based on matchup, I'd probably go Patty and Cheese. Cordero Patterson. Still don't remember who in the stream gave Cordero Patterson the nickname Patty and Cheese, but it's just stuck since last year. I think it was Bryce. Everlast, what's up? Mahomes, Godwin, Olave, Kupp, Kamara, Herbert, Goddard, Foreman. Whew. Arizona. Thoughts on if I should change my lineup. Duvernay, Kirk now. I keep that lineup exactly how it is, man. Kirk will probably have a pretty good week, but I like your lineup how it is. Roster looks strong. Snaggy, need to add an emergency tight end. Who do I drop? Henderson, Rashad White, Melvin, Kyron on IR. I'd probably drop Henderson, but it's close. Probably drop Henderson because we've got a lot going on within that backfield, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's a chance that Henderson pops and everything, but it's pretty close, man. I mean, you could drop Kyron Williams and go out and battle for him on the waiver again, but, I mean, it's close. It's close. All right, let's see. Deion Jackson or Juju. Jackson for a 4, Juju for upside. But, you know, with the Chiefs receivers feel a little bit risky. Like, it's a good matchup, but they've really been emerging in game scripts where the Chiefs needed to throw the football. I just don't know if they're going to throw the football that much tonight, especially if Tannehill doesn't start. And it's trending towards Tannehill not starting. So, Jackson's a little bit safer. Juju brings a little bit more risk, but more upside. Andrew, what's good, bro? What up? Christian, I traded away Aaron Jones and Godwin for Adams. I mean, that's fine, but I think Jones and Godwin are going to have good games this weekend. But, I mean, it just depends on your roster, Christian. It's not an awful trade. Wilson Jr. or Algier? See, it's a really tough question to answer at the moment because, like, today's game is a huge indicator of how this Falcons backfield is going to approach the rest of the season. Like, Algier's got a lot of upside, guys. I mean, a lot of upside. close, man. But Wilson could carve out a large role for the Dolphins. So, like, and I mean, with Algier, like, it's just tough to say because Patterson comes back this week. But, like, it's a really good matchup overall for the Chargers, or excuse me, for the Falcons running backs against the Chargers. And then Wilson, like, we don't really know what his role is going to be like until the next 2 or 3 weeks pass. We get a sample size of him within the Dolphins offense. So, it's very tough to answer. I got a good feeling about Algier, but I could be wrong, you know, until we get a larger sample size from updated games, so to speak, with both these backfields. It's tough to say. But I'd probably keep Algier. I got a good feeling about Tyler Algier. Herbert or Deion Jackson? I go Herbert, but it's very close. Thoughts on the team? Burrow, Jacobs, Jackson, Kupp, Hopkins, Kelsey, Pittman, Ravens, Younghoe Koo. Looks good to me, man. I mean, you don't have crazy ceilings with Deion Jackson or Pittman, but it's everyone else brings a high enough ceiling that I think you're in a really good spot, that you can have those two kind of lower ceilings on the weekend. Kelsey, Hopkins, Kupp, Jacobs, Burrow should all have very good weeks, so I think you're in a good spot, my guy. Do I trade Kamara and Pitts for Kelsey? I would definitely consider doing so. Yeah, huge upgrade at tight end. Anytime you guys can go out and get Kelsey, you guys know I'm probably going to say yes. So I consider it. I like that trade. James, good morning. Good morning. Which of these flex options has the safest floor and highest ceiling? AJ Dillon, Rondell Moore, Wilson, or Thornton? I go Rondell Moore for sure. Don't really like Thornton this week. It's a tough matchup. I'm not a big fan of him this week. I go Rondell Moore. More than Wilson than Dillon. I'm really torn on AJ Dillon. I get it's a good matchup, but I'm like, and he's due for a good game. He hasn't had one since week 1. This worries me, man. Cash Stylist, what's up? Cordell Patterson, Brian Robinson, or Kenyon Drake have CMC and Barkley on buys. Probably go Kenyon Drake. I mean, Patterson's got a great matchup here. You can go Patterson. Well, I mean, I kind of consider Patterson and Drake like flex options for the week, so it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Flip a coin between those two. I think Patterson brings a little bit more upside, but more risk since it's his first game back. You know what I'm saying? So it's close. Close there. I might go Patterson. But Drake is okay too. I have Zach Ertz and Higbee, but I still got a trade where I trade away Swift for Mark Andrews. I mean, you basically have 3 tight ends you can flex. If your running back depth is fine, I don't hate it, man. Because then you have some trade value to tight end position, right? J-Dubs, what's up, man? Swift or Duvernay? Duvernay brings... Honestly, I feel like Duvernay brings some risk this week. I might go Swift, but Duvernay's fine. They both... I see a pretty similar floor and ceiling there. I'll go with whoever you're more confident in. Likely or Judy rest of year? Well, it's tough to say, man. Like, Likely obviously is probably going to have an inflated week, and Likely overall is kind of a little bit more dependent on the health of Mark Andrews, and Swift is more dependent on his own health. So it's close, man. Excuse me, not Swift. Judy. I might go Judy. Here because Likely is so dependent on what happens with Mark Andrews. So it's a tough one. I might hold on to Judy. But you also probably want to see how Likely plays in the absence of Mark Andrews, you know. Because last week he looked phenomenal. What's up, CB? Christian Kirk, Deion Jackson, or Josh Palmer, PPR. I'd probably go Josh Palmer, but I do like Christian Kirk this week. Kenyon Drake or Michael Carter. I'm going to go Kenyon Drake. Hurst, Likely, or Conklin. I'll go Likely. I don't mind Hayden Hurst. But I just want to check. Like, do we have a for sure word on Mark Andrews? Still doubtful. I mean, Likely's there's probably going to get the chance, but there's still a small chance that Likely doesn't get the start. So, I don't know. If you're worried about it, maybe go Hurst. Christian, start 2. Swift, Deion Jackson, and Josh Palmer. I mean, I'd probably go Palmer I go Palmer. It's really close between the other two. Jackson's a safer start. Swift on a snap count is worrisome. Whoever you're more confident in, it's very close there. Is Foster Moreau now a start now that Waller is out? I mean, he's a stream. He's a desperate stream, right? He's played well at times in Waller's absence. He had 9.1 points last week. He had some good games last year in Waller's absence, but he's still a stream. I mean, you got to be... Wasn't a bad stat line last week, but you just... I don't see a crazy high ceiling. You got to be a little bit desperate, in my opinion. Start 2, Foreman, Deion Jackson, Swift, Connor. Most start... I start Foreman for sure. Then it's between Deion Jackson and Swift. Whoever you're more confident in this week. Jackson, a tough matchup. Swift on a snap count. And I need a wide receiver 1 and 2. These are my options. Gabe Davis, Kirk, Pittman, Amon-Ra. I go Christian Kirk and Amon-Ra. Got a lot of good options here. I mean, Pittman's pretty safe in terms of a floor. Gabe Davis, boomer bust. Always brings a high ceiling. If it's me, I go Kirk and Amon-Ra. Apple62, what's up? Higbee or Hawkinson? I'm going to go Higbee this week just because it's Hawkinson's first game with the Vikings. I mean, the reports are he's going to be on the field a lot, but it's also a tough matchup. Washington, believe it or not, has played well against the tight end position. I'm down bad, but I need to start either Akers or McKinnon. Ooh. Do I risk Akers' upside? I probably wouldn't. I mean, he's going to be active here in week 9. It's just, he's a complete question mark. This whole backfield, I mean, Ronnie Rivers holds a question mark. Henderson holds a question mark. No one's starting Malcolm Brown, but Akers is a big question mark. I'd start McKinnon. Is upside good there? No, but I start McKinnon. J-Dubs, Drake or Dillon? I go Drake. I go Drake. You guys are going to hate me if Dillon has a good game, but I go Drake. Wilson Jr. or Algier? I go Algier. Lazard or McLaurin? Both are good starts, but I go Lazard. The matchup's too good to ignore. Do we have props on Alan Lazard for the week? On Underdog? Where are you? I don't have props on Lazard, but he's active. $45.5 receiving yards. Yeah. Give me that. There's another line I saw that I liked. Oh, Palmer to have. They didn't have Palmer for a while. Dude, I kind of like Carter to have 4 receptions. But it's really close. He hasn't even had... Yeah, over 3. I mean, he's had 3 receptions like every game this year. But 4, believe it or not, it's hard to hit. I do want to take a look at Palmer. His props here. I mean, 5 receptions seems pretty doable. He didn't play in week 7. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. I'll do a light bet with you guys. All right, Mayday in the house. What's good, my guy? Joe, Paris or Carter? I'll go Carter. Scotty boy, what's up, man? Pick 2 to start. Eno or Connor, Patterson, Algier, or James Robinson. Oh, gosh. Always tough when you have, like, these backfields that are split, because if you make the wrong call, you're going to be really upset. And, like, Eno could score a touchdown, or Connor could score a touchdown. Patterson or Algier could have a better game. It's really close, man. I wouldn't start James Robinson, I'll tell you that much. Bad matchup, a little bit banged up. I wouldn't go with Robinson. Very close here, man. Who do you think's going to have a better game, Eno or Connor? I'd probably go Eno. But I could also see Connor getting the goal line work. It's really close here. I mean, this is tough just owning both these backfields, man. I might just go Patterson and Algier. That's how bad the Chargers' run defense has been. I might just go Patterson and Algier. Let me know what you're thinking, Scotty. Andy won't be able to watch game due to work, sadly. That is sad. Very sad. Alex Smith. What's up, man? Tua or Lamar? I go Lamar, but Tua's going to have a good game. It's very close. Very close. Kenyon Drake or Jackson, full PPR. I'm leaning Drake based on matchup. I agree, J-Dubs. I agree. Trey, what's up, man? Myers, Boyd, Palmer, or Jamal Williams at flex. I'll go Boyd, but it's very close. I like all these guys. I might go Palmer. Myers is a good start. Williams is a good start. That is super close. You really can't go wrong here. Really can't go wrong here. It's super, super close. Trey, what are you thinking? Let me know, man. Khalil Herbert or Algier? I like Algier this week, but I go Khalil Herbert. Jawan Johnson or Foster Moreau? I go Jawan Johnson, but those guys could easily outscore each other. Cash, we got you, man. What two do you like out of these receivers? McLaurin, Kirk, and Godwin. It's very close, but based on matchup, I'll go Kirk and Godwin. But I had all those players in the must-start video for the week. I like all of them, man. I really do. I think they're all very safe. Do we start Swift? Depends on who else you have, Nick. Downgraded to a flex, though. Starting Swift may not get a tutty, though. Yeah, I definitely see Jamal getting the touchdown work, so. I need to take a look at my lineups for the week. I've been really bad about checking them last minute. I've got DeAndre Swift starting in the league. I also own Jamal Williams. I have no kicker starting in the league. I guess I should pick up a kicker. Gosh. I have Fields, Eckler, Deion Jackson, Higgins, Devonta Smith, Goddard, Amon-Ra, Myers in the Patriots defense. That's probably my best lineup here. I could start Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I think I'm going to roll with Deion Jackson in that league. In the Catch Fam League, I'm just screwed this week. I'm just screwed, man. My whole bench is on bye. Or just players on bye that I need to start on a weekly basis. I'll take a look at that. Andrew, I only need a flex to complete lineup. These are the options available in my lineup. Pittman, Davis, Hill, Dillon. Yeah, Dillon, I'm not ready to trust. If you guys have faith in A.J. Dillon, I want you to start him. But I'm worried about him. I really am. Especially if the Lions can get this game competitive and the Packers have to stay within it. You know, and have to... I mean, I wouldn't count... the Lions completely out of this game. Because it's not like... the Packers have been playing phenomenal by any means. You know what I'm saying? So it is close. All right, man. I need to decide if I'm going to start a kicker in this league or... I mean, in the Catch Fam Auction League, we only have 4 bench spots. And I've got Fearmouth on bye. Don't want to drop him. If I had to drop anyone, it's probably Deontay Johnson. I mean, I've got Tyler Algier, but I really have a good feeling about him. I want to hold on to him. I don't know. Will Lutz still available. All the 4 o'clock kickers are still available. I mean, I got time to make that move. I don't. I'm projected to win by 3 points. It's super close, man. All right, I got time to make my decision there. Skyboy, that's tough, but outside box, yeah. I mean, it's... I go Patterson and Connor, but I'm telling you, man, your guess is as good as mine. Like, choosing between those 2 backfields is just really tough. Really, really tough. So I go with those two. But it's... those guys could easily outscore each other. You know what I'm saying? Easily. Very close. Trey, I have Boyd in right now. I have Herbert and Eckler. I like Boyd. I think you stick with Boyd. But it's very close. They're all good options, Trey. Trust your gut, though. I say go Boyd. He was the name that, when I read the list, he comes to mind first. But I think all those guys are, frankly, going to have a good week. So, you know, when it comes to these close calls, guys, like anyone can all those players can outscore each other. It's very close. Deion Jackson or Monty? I go Jackson, but it's close here. Jackson doesn't have a great matchup, but I'll go Jackson. Smokey, I like Josh Allen plus 2.5 touchdowns. How about Hines over 17.5 receiving yards? I don't want to bet on a player his first game with the team. We don't know how he's going to be implemented, so I don't want to bet on him, but it's not an awful prop by any means. Pan, I got a lot of buys. Do I start Alec Pierce or Jeff Wilson? Probably Alec Pierce because I want to start Jeff Wilson in his first game back, or first game with the team, but also in half PPR. I tend to lean towards the running back position, so I might go Jeff Wilson. Alec Pierce hasn't been great in half PPR. Hill or Tanyan? I go Tanyan. Tanyan's a smash play this week. I go Tanyan. Smokey Swift over 18.5 receiving yards. See, I worry about the snap count. I really do. So I don't know if I choose that. Like, those are factors that make me worried, you know. I love DJ Moore over 63.5 receiving yards. I also kind of like Terrace Marshall, but it just feels a little bit risky, you know. Just feels risky. Ray Gamer, what's up, man? Are we still starting Swift over Duvernay? Yes, and standard. Pick up Hardman or Curtis Samuel. Rest of the lineup's ready. You could go Curtis Samuel, but maybe just roll Duvernay. That's really tough in a standard league. Really tough for a standard league. You're looking for a touchdown there. Who do you think is going to score a touchdown? Add Kareem Hunt to my bench as 4th RB. That's good. Chris Olave or DJ Moore in my flex. I love both these guys this week. Love both of them. Oh, man. I really like both those players this week. It's super close. Give me DJ Moore. Oh God, no, give me Olave. But just don't be surprised. Like, you're probably gonna see DJ Moore have a pretty good game today, and it might upset you. But I still go Chris Olave. He's playing too good to bench. Someone dropped Christian Kirk in this league too. Let's go. Also have Fournette, but I'm low on him. I think Olave and Moore bring better upside. Dicer, what's up, man? Got a big question. Already played Pierce. Got to choose 2. Gibson, C-Pat, Deion Jackson. I go Gibson for sure. I like Gibson this week. Give me C-Pat just based on matchup. I think he'll bounce back. Give me C-Pat. Which 2 should I start? Don't know. So close. Gabe Davis, Wilson, Robinson, Dobbs. Man, I say go for the upside. I say go Gabe Davis and Romeo Dobbs this week. CL Sports Cards with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. Emojis in the chat for you. Thank you for the $2 don't know. Should I start DJ Moore or Josh Palmer? This is a very tough decision. 2 guys I absolutely love this week. Absolutely love them this week. I go DJ Moore, but it's super close, man. Super close. I think Palmer's going to have a good week. But it is very, very close. I really like both these players, both their matchups this week. It's extremely close. Give me DJ Moore. But very, very close. The Bengals secondary is just absolutely depleted. Absolutely depleted. But it's very close. Because the Falcons don't have a secondary. So, oh man, who do you feel better about? I go DJ Moore by a hair. Nick, flex, should I start Rondell Moore, Swift, Singletary, Pacquiao? I'd probably go Rondell Moore, but Swift is okay as well. Swift or Rondell Moore. James, in the PPR 10-man league, I traded Waddle and Tony for Debo, Allen, Fournette. Still feeling sick about letting Waddle go. It's not an awful trade, but yeah, Waddle is going to hurt to see him leave. Ray Gamer, Kyler, Boyd, Palmer, Henry, Patty, Ertz. Flex is unknown right now. Butker over Carlson due to weather. Chiefs defense, lots of buys. Pretty solid lineup considering all things, my guy. Start Colts defense or Chiefs? I go with the Chiefs, especially because Malik Willis is probably going to start. Josh Palmer or Devin Duvernay? What's up, Emmy? I go Palmer. Duvernay just gets implemented in weird ways and brings some risk. I go Palmer. Do I start McLaurin or Amon-Ra in the flex? I go McLaurin by a hair. McLaurin's a little bit safer. Amon-Ra brings that upside. I think Amon-Ra has a pretty decent day. So maybe look at whoever you have more personal conviction in. But they're pretty close overall. All right, guys, we got about half an hour left till week 9 kicks off. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Let's try and get as many likes on the stream as possible. Guys, last minute questions. Let's get to it. Let me know how you guys feel about your rosters. Getting closer and closer to kickoff. You like Foreman over Deion Jackson? Yes. Yeah. I have a lot of faith in Foreman this week. So I roll with Foreman. Week 9, Curtis Samuel or Rondell Moore. I go Rondell Moore, too shiesty, but Curtis, like, these two are very similar in how they're implemented. Pretty good matchups for both these guys in terms of game script. I'll go Rondell Moore by a hair, but Samuel's pretty close, man. Swift should be better next week. We'll see, man. You never know. Gabe Davis or Pittman? I mean, Pittman for a floor, Gabe Davis for upside. Either of them are fine. But it's definitely close. Definitely close there. Gabe Davis always brings some volatility. You know, it was very close. But he brings that upside as well. But it's close. Who do you feel better about? All right. Let's see. Sorry, I didn't realize I had a couple comments, but it doesn't look like anything too pressing. Let's see here. Week 9. Oh, we just hit that. I'm sorry. Rest of my team ready to go. Let's go, Ray Gamer. Anthony, what's up, man? Monty or Palmer? I go Palmer, even in half PPR. I go Palmer. Just such a good matchup. Too hard to ignore. Duvernay or Samuel, very similar this week. We'll see what Tony is like on the Chiefs. Yeah, I would hold off on Tony for now, but yeah, Duvernay and Samuel are very close, right? Very close. What's up, man? What's up? I hope you're doing great. Right back at you, my dude. Who do you think I should start this week in full PPR? I need upside. Swift or Herbert? Herbert for upside, man. Swift on a snap count. Give me Herbert. I think Herbert's gonna have a good week. I like him this week. Go Herbert. If we're going for upside. Swift will be a little bit limited, right? J-Dubs, John, could you explain that insurance feature on Underdogs that's similar to Round Robin? Not... I wouldn't say it's similar to Round Robin, although I don't even know how to explain Round Robin. I've looked at it, like I've looked at bets where they win with round. I don't know how to explain Round Robin exactly, but I wouldn't say it's like Round Robin necessarily. I wish I could have. Let me check one thing here. Very quickly here. I don't know how to use my screen anymore. Live editing. How you guys like it? All right, that'll work. That'll work. All right, so insurance, right? J-Dubs, say we're making a $100 bet. So right now, no insurance on. If I hit all 3 of these, I win $600, right? But I have to hit all 3, okay? And that's it. That's it, right? No insurance. You got to hit all 3, right? Pretty straightforward. You hit 2 of them, you don't win. You hit 3 of them, you win. You hit 1 of them, you don't win, right? If we hit insurance, so our payout is going to be less, right? It's only going to be 300 if we hit all 3. But if we hit 2 out of the 3, we win our money back, right? So lesser payout, but not as much risk because we only need to hit 2 of the props, right? I just realized like the player props aren't really showing, but I guess that doesn't matter. Now let's make it a 3 of 4, right? Now we have 4 props. Hold on. Make it a little bit easier. I'm tiny. I'm so tiny. Oh my gosh, I'm minuscule. That's bothering me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, not lining up. There we go. All right, so now we got 4 players, right? You can't even see them all. I don't know why I did all that. But, so now, if we hit 4 of 4, our payout is still lesser. So now we're at a $600 payout. If we hit 4 of 4, you get 6 times your money. If you hit 3 of 4, you're going to hit 1.5x. So a little bit more than a 3-way parlay with a 4-way parlay. Because remember, it was 1 times for the 3-way if we hit 2 of 3. Now if we hit 3 of 4, we still get 1.5x back. So you still have to hit, you still have to hit 3 of 4. For a 3-leg, you have to hit 2 of 3. So for a 4-legger, you have to hit 3 of 4, right? But if we hit 4 of 4, you win 6x. So that's increased. And the risk is still lower because we only have to hit, we don't have to hit all the props, right? Now let's add a 5th player. So now, once again, your payout's going up, right? If you hit 5 of 5, you're going to hit 10x your money. And you only have to hit 4 of 5 to get 2.5x back. So really with insurance, you have to do a 3-leg parlay, but no matter what, as long as you hit 2 of 3, 3 of 4, or 4 of 5, depending on how big your parlay is, you get your money back to some capacity, right? Remember with the 3-leg parlay, you literally just get your money back. You just get 1x, right? With a 3-leg parlay, you're going to get 1.5 back, so you gain a little bit. With a 5-leg parlay, you get 2.5x, which is pretty good, actually. So you minimize your risk, and you have an opportunity to get your money back. And overall, I think it's a good feature to use, right? You think about it, right? If you take off insurance, your payout's going to be higher. Don't get me wrong. But, I'd rather have a lower payout and minimize my risk by a ton. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Hope that was helpful. J-Dubs, let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll try to get them for you, my guy. If I could hit the right buttons here on Streamlabs. There we go. Now we're back in action. Now we're cooking with bacon. All right, let me see here. All right, I gotta make sure I clear these props I don't like. Okay. All right, let's see here. Good luck, everyone. Right back at you, Ray. Do I roster Hines or Herbert? I would roster Herbert for sure. For sure. Slade, highly recommend. In terms of insurance, I would agree. It's much safer. I'll be doing my player props on there. Yeah, it's a great feature. It really is. Trust me, it's just always worth it to run insurance. Always worth it. Mayday, I like Sleepers Update where you can see the players' rankings that week. Oh, I haven't checked that yet. Haven't checked that. But Sleeper does a good job with their updates throughout the year for sure, man. Let's see here. 1 point PPR. Who would you start at flex? Julio, Pacquiao, or Eno? I go Eno. Yeah, I don't trust Julio, and I don't trust the volume of Pacquiao. And the Titans' run defense has been pretty good, so it's not beautiful, but I go Eno because it is a good matchup on paper, and Connor's been banged up, so it's close. Close. But I'll go Eno. All right, guys, we got about half an hour. Half an hour, a little bit less. So we'll start to wrap up the stream in a little bit. But let me know what you guys need, man. If it starts to slow down here, maybe we'll sign off. But yeah, man. Appreciate you guys being here today. Appreciate you guys hanging out, talking fantasy, and coming out today, man. Derek in the house. What's up? What's up? How are you? Good morning, good morning. I guess it's not really morning, but hello. Jocelyn, should I drop Darren Waller? I have Likely and Hawk. Yes. I mean, you got to think of it this way, right? Even though Hawkinson's in a new situation, things could change. Like I still envision him being very relevant within that offense. He's a top 5 tight end on the season. Then Likely gives you some upside. I do think if Likely performs well enough, he's going to continue to be a factor, even if Andrews is healthy. But obviously, his ceiling will be capped. But with the Ravens' receiver room being so decimated, like it's very likely that no pun intended, is involved. So, guys, let us know what you think for Jocelyn. Should you just straight up drop Darren Waller? I mean, it depends. Like, especially if you're in a win now situation, probably. You know, if you need to make roster room for other positions, then probably. Eno Benjamin or Van Jefferson? I go Eno this week. It's a good matchup. Give me Eno. Derek, what's up? It's afternoon here. It's 12:36. Yeah, same time as me. But good morning. It feels like morning for some reason. Smokey, what was that last slip? It was just a bunch of random stuff. But Smokey, at the moment, I've got Alan Lazard over 45.5 receiving yards. Josh Palmer over 5 receptions. Mac Jones for an interception. That's kind of a last-minute parlay there. Alan Lazard over 45.5 receiving yards. Palmer over 5 receptions. And Mac Jones to throw a pick. You better throw a pick today or I'll be pissed. So, there, I put it up for you, but I accidentally closed it very quickly. Didn't mean to do so. Zachary, what's up, man? Swift or Khalil Herbert? I'll go Herbert. But very close. Herbert brings more upside. So I'll go Herbie. But don't be surprised if Swift, on a snap count, still performs well. I think Herbert's going to have a good day. I think a lot of people are pretty confident in Herbert doing well today. So I'd probably go with Herbert. He's only been trending up, and the Dolphins have not played very well against position. Jado's ready to get some football started. I agree, man. Joshua, Likely or Knox? I go Likely. Pan, what's up? Mac Holland or Alec Pierce? I'll go Mac Hollins, but it's close. Lamar has to throw the ball to someone. It's true. We got you, Derek. Good luck today, Derek, man. Always great having you in the stream, my guy. Deion Jackson or Jamal Williams? I'll go Jamal Williams based on matchup. Close, but I'll go Jamal Williams. Kyle, was good, bro. Monty or Patterson? I go Patterson. Far better matchup. Philippa, what up? Most starter Gibson. I go Gibson. I like Gibson this week. I go Gibson. And Gibson's going to put together another nice stat line. I mean, Mostart's got a good matchup, though. So, I mean, Mostart's not out of the picture by any means. But, I go Gibson. I like Gibson this week. Is it crazy to start Ertz and Everett and sit Swift? I mean, it's not crazy. But just be prepared. Like, if you guys are sitting Swift today, don't be surprised if he plays relatively well. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's not crazy. Go with your gut there. Pan, have a great Sunday, bro. Be safe. Enjoy some football. Have some fun. It's gonna be a good day of football, guys. There's a lot of weird games today. Like, I actually think today could get a little out of hand. Zachary, I hope Swift plays well today so I can trade him. I mean, really, when we look at these matchups, guys, I don't know, man. I just think things could get kind of ugly out there. Like, in a good way. I don't know. I could see these games being kind of low scoring and it being ugly, I guess. But I could also just see, like, defenses going out the window today. We got a lot of really pivotal games. Like, we're, like, halfway through the season. We've got just games that are going to be, like, Packers, Lions, Bills, Jets, Seahawks, Cardinals. In terms of seeding, like, those are really big games for those respective divisions. And we just got teams that need statements or need identity right now. Like, who are the Patriots? Had quarterback controversy. Who are the Colts with Sam Ehlinger? Chargers, Falcons. Like, are the Chargers going to be a playoff team? What are they going to do? Are they just going to be injured all year? Who the hell are the Falcons? Are they the top of their division? You know? Vikings, Commanders. Like, are the Vikings a dominant team in the league right now? Because their record would indicate so. No one's talking about them, you know? Who are the Commanders with Taylor Heineke? Panthers, Bengals. Who are the Bengals after getting smacked around by the Browns on Monday Night Football? And can this Panthers trio of Walker, Foreman, DJ Moore continue to be productive and pose a threat? Once again, in the division, that's basically wide open. Raiders, Jags. Who the hell are the Raiders? They just got blown out, you know? Who are the Jags? I don't know. What is Trevor Lawrence? Is he good? Is he bad? That's a game where I could see no defense showing up. Dolphins, Bears. Are the Dolphins for real? Are the Bears for real? Like, aren't these games just so 50-50? Rams, Bucks. I mean, two of the best teams in the NFC over the last, 2 years? And what are they doing this year, you know? Titans, Chiefs. Are the Titans going to be contender? I mean, that division, I would argue, is basically wide open. You know? Patrick Mahomes has said the Titans are way better than people think. Are they? And the Chiefs at home are probably going to have a good game. But still, you get what I'm saying? Ravens, Saints. Ravens got a lot of injuries. Saints have been contending. I don't know. All I'm saying, this week just feels very pivotal, very weird overall, man. But I think that's good for fantasy football. Palmer, Swift, McLaurin, or Lazard. What's up, Jimbo? Full PPR, I go Palmer. No. Oh, it's so close, man. I like Lazard this week. And I like Palmer, and I like McLaurin. Yikes. You really can't go wrong, but based on matchup, I go Lazard and Palmer. But, I like McLaurin this week. It's very close, man. Very close. I'd sit Swift in this situation, but it's very close. Very close. How do you feel about it, Jimbo? J-Dub says McLaurin and Palmer. I don't have any problem with that. You really you can't go wrong here. J-Dub's Rams Bucks. I'm betting the under on that game. Yeah. I haven't even looked at over-unders for the week or money lines or anything. This was a week where I looked at the schedule and I was like, I'm not betting on this week. Other than pick'ems. Like, I'm not betting on this week at all. All right, guys. We're winding down here. It's about time for kickoff. Are you guys excited? It'll be a good weekend of football. My starting Deion Jackson, Cam, it depends on who else you have. Like, it's a bad matchup on paper. The Patriots are the second best team in the league against opposing running backs from a fantasy perspective, so it's close. Close. Depends on who else you got, my guy. But if you have to start him, like, it's a pretty safe floor in terms of his volume that he should see. But it is close at the end of the day. It is close. All right, man. Week 9. What's it going to be this week, boys and girls? Who should I start in flex? Deion Jackson or Donta Foreman? I go Donta Foreman for sure. Foreman's been far too consistent since he's been the RB1, which has only been 2 weeks. Don't get me wrong, but I go Foreman. I like Foreman this week. Just got offered a trade. I'm giving away Etienne and Waddle. I'm getting JT Adams and Deion Jackson. I would not do the trade. I would keep Etienne and Waddle. They are playing at way too high of a level. Taylor's got a question mark. Adams is fine. I mean, Deion Jackson's not awful, but I mean, man, I'm keeping Waddle and Etienne if I'm you. Yeah, not even close for me, man. Those two are playing at an elite level right now. Zachary, appreciate it, John. Good luck to everyone. Right back at you, man. Good luck today. Good luck today, guys. I don't know, man. Today's going to be a day I think we need some luck. A lot of teams on bye. A lot of interesting game scripts here. We'll get it done, though. Alex Pierce or Terrace Marshall Jr. to start. I go Alec Pierce by a hair, but either of these players could easily outscore each other, so I would definitely look at your own personal conviction. Trust your gut here. I think the game script is probably a little bit more favorable for Terrace Marshall Jr., and hopefully it's full PPR if these are your two options, but maybe go Marshall, but it's very close. I might go Marshall because I think the game script's better, but it's very, very close. Either of these players easily could outscore each other. Kirk or Tua with JJ, Likely or Evan Ingram, Juju or Gabe Davis. All right. So you have JJ. I might just go Kirk. I like both Kirk and Tua this week. I think they're both solid starts. I think Kirk's going to have a good game, actually. I think he's due for like just a good performance. If you have JJ, maybe go for the stack. But both are fine, man. You really can't go wrong there. Likely or Ingram? I go Evan Ingram. Better matchup. Give me Evan Ingram. Juju or Gabe Davis? Go Gabe Davis. Go Gabe Davis. Juju's fine. I just don't know if this game script, how much the Chiefs are really going to have to throw the football. Very close. Very, very close. Juju for a safer floor, Davis for upside, but brings a little bit of risk. But yeah, I say run the stack with Kirk and JJ, but Tua's probably going to have a pretty good day. So if you trust Tua more, that's fine. I go Evan Ingram over Likely, though. Geno Smith or Aaron Rodgers? I go Geno because, yes, it's a better matchup on paper for Aaron Rodgers, but I could also see a game script where the Packers just run the football a lot today, and Rodgers only needs to do so much, you know? So it's close there. But I think the game script for the Cardinals and Seahawks will be a lot more competitive. Boyd, Gibson are Likely. Good options here, JP. I go Gibson. I like Gibson a lot this week, but Boyd's fine too. Yeah, Sarp, I definitely keep your side here. Fancy Dog, good morning. What up? Where you got Patterson? He's fine as a flex. Good matchup, so he's fine as a flex. Herbert or Fields? Herbert for floor, Fields for upside, a little bit more risk. A little bit more risk, but I don't see a crazy high ceiling for Herbert this week. But I do think he's a good start, a safe floor, a pretty safe start against this Falcons defense and this game script and everything. But Fields brings some upside, but brings a little bit of risk, of course. But I mean, man, especially if Fields has another 20-plus point performance this week, he's just a must-start the rest of the year. Except I think he plays like Philly and Buffalo. Those would be tougher games. Of course, Harrison, that's what we're here for, my guy. Appreciate you being here, man. I meant to ask Benjamin, Jefferson, or Carter. I still go Eno Benjamin. Still go Eno Benjamin, personally. Flex 1, Gabe Davis, DJ Moore, Swift, or Deion Jackson. I'll go DJ Moore. I really like DJ Moore this weekend. But you got some good options here. I mean, any of these guys could outscore each other. It's very close. But I'm going to trust DJ Moore for the safest start. J-Dubs, have a great day. Talk to you later, man. Enjoy your Sunday. OBJ to be available at week's end. Yeah, I'm a little wary of going out and snagging him right up. But I mean, whenever he gets signed, he's going to get picked up in all leagues if he's not already picked up. So if you have belief, go pick him up. Appreciate that update. Ricard White or Khalil Herbert? I go Herbert for sure. Go Herbert for sure. Likely or Drake for my flex spot. Half PPR, have Kelsey and tight end. Half PPR, I go to the running back position. I go Kenyon Drake because he's probably got a better chance to score. But Likely is okay. Don't get me wrong. Likely is okay. But it's very close. Very close. Give me Drake and have PPR. All right, guys, we'll start wrapping it up here. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. Got a nice hour-long stream in. We went over not a lot of injury updates, so that's good. I got our weather updates in, guys. A lot of great fantasy questions from you guys. Thank you guys for being here today, man. Thank you guys for keeping the fantasy questions in the chat, for keeping the fantasy conversation going. Appreciate you guys today, man. Had a good stream. Had a good week, guys. Good luck to you guys today. Just, we're going to have a good week. I can feel it. Going to be a good week of fantasy football. Going to be a good week of football in general. Lots of close games. Lots of interesting matchups this weekend. I think we fare okay, guys. So make sure you guys check out all the links down below. Make sure to join the Discord if you guys are new to the channel. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Those are the two best places to reach us outside of the YouTube comments section and live streams. And that'll do it, man. Week 9. Coming on up. Damo start 1. Mo start Juju Lockett. I go Lockett. Give me Pop Lock and drop it. But Patterson's okay too. Mo start probably have a decent game. But give me Lockett. Andy, Patterson, Swift, Palmer, Juju. Give me Palmer, but very close there. Lots of good options. Got you, Fancy Dog. Still debating Patterson, Samuel, or Mooney. Give me Patterson based on matchup. Yeah, Paul, we got a nice little Discord community, man. Just saw you join. Appreciate that, man. All right, guys, that's going to do it. Everyone be safe today. Everyone enjoy your weekend. Everyone enjoy fantasy today. Enjoy football today. Don't let fantasy get too in the way. But overall, man, have a good Sunday. Eat some good food. Sit back, relax, watch some football. Good luck to you guys today. Hope I made the right calls for you guys. A lot of close calls this week. A lot of players on buys. A lot of tough decisions. So we did the best we could. And everyone take care, man. Smash that like button on the way out. Check out the links down below. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hit me up on Instagram, Discord, in the comments if you guys need anything today. And everyone enjoy your Sunday. Be safe. All right, love you guys. Love this community. Love the Catch fam. I'll talk to you guys soon. And with that, I'll say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on the Catch.